Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. This is layout 2 for Around the World in 30 Days. And if you saw the last page, which is the companion to this one, this is actually the first page that I did with the Felicity Jane Reese collection. So I'm going through all the products here. I have 4 photos I want to get on this page. So I'm trying to make a little collage where they're all in a grid. So I'm just gluing them all together so they're kind of in one piece. So it ends up being 2 4x6s and 2 4x4s by the time it's all glued together. But I just want to make that one solid piece, and then I will just design the page around that. I really wanted to dive into the purple in this collection. I was really excited to try the purple, so I'm taking this grid as my background. You guys already saw, if you saw the first page this month, that I gutted a huge section behind all of these photos and paper layers and used it on the companion page, so I'm glad I'm getting my use out of that. But I really wanted to pair this purple with the yellow with pops of aqua. I am just going through all of the 12x12s in this collection. This is usually one of the first things I like to do every month, is go ahead and trim off all the branding strips. This is how to kill a kit with style that I like to do every month with all these collections, so my goal is to use all of this product within the month. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off all the branding strips so I have those to use as layers when I want them, and it just makes it a lot easier to get them used if they're already all separated. So now that that's all done, I have my background, and now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to want to do for layers. I love these photo heavy pages because you really don't have to do too much, and it helps that I have some scraps of other Felicity Jane collections that I'm pulling in. So I have this scrap of this yellow paper. I'm pretty sure that's from the Jenny collection. And then I have a scrap of this. It's not really a scrap, it's a whole 6x6 from the 6x6 grab bag of this aqua scallop. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this scallop, and I'm going to use these 2 pieces as my layers on this page. They're the same colors as other papers from this collection, but this helps me stretch the products by not having to cut into another one of the 12x12s. So love that. That really helps. I'm even going to be gutting these scraps, especially because I need them for the companion page, which you already saw. I know they went up in backwards order because the other one was for a hop on the 4th. But I'm really trying to get both of these colors and scraps on either side of the photo. So I have this big purple background with yellow and aqua on either side. And then I want those layers kind of more towards the bottom of the page. And then I'm planning on my title running across the top. Lisa included the mustard yellow flat stickers from Felicity Jane with the Reese collection that she sent me for this month. Thank you again, Lisa. I love you. But I'm hoping I will try to get those used up as my title on this page, since I'm pulling in the mustard, and you guys already saw on the last page that I used those flat stickers as my subtitle. So I'm glad I'm getting those used up. I love the mustard and the purple. And here you can see me going through the ridiculous process again of being frugal and gutting all of these pieces. So I'm just taking the bits and pieces I have from each of these and gluing them all together on this 12x12 piece of black, to try to save as much of this paper as possible. And this is just the best way I've found to do that. So basically just make a puzzle out of all of my scraps and repiece them together once I've salvaged what I could from each of the bits. So there's that bottom section of the purple. I have the aqua glued down, and now I'm getting my bits of the mustard. There is a aqua branding strip from this collection that has little white stars on it, and since I'm pulling in those pops of aqua, I will pull that branding strip in as an extra layer on the right hand side once I kind of get these other bits glued down. I'm going to go ahead and glue down the big photo collage. In hindsight, I kind of wish I matted this whole photo collage on white just to really keep it all together, but I don't think it detracts in any way by it not being matted in white. It's just something I normally do with my photos, and I'm realizing now I actually didn't matte the collage. But honestly, there's enough going on this page, even though I don't do too much because there's so much photo and 3 different colors. I just think it ends up working out well how it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get the yellow scraps down, and then you will see me go through gutting this purple to try to salvage as much as possible for future pages. So I'm just going to map out with my pencil where I need to gut for all of these layers, this is just how I decided to do it on this page. I feel like every page I gut, I kind of use a different method, but this just seemed the easiest for me at this time. So just matting out with a pencil where I need to cut, and then I will trim out that piece and slide it behind all of those layers to complete the 12 by 12 portion of this layout. But once that's glued down, pretty much all the base layers are down, and I just need to embellish and do a title. If you guys saw the first page, which is the companion page to this one, I already did my journaling on that one, so this is pretty much just documenting all the extra pictures. And for this hop that's all month long about scrapping around the world in 30 days, it's all about documenting vacations and staycations. And if you saw the first page, you know this is Marcus's and my mini honeymoon. We went to Barnsley Gardens in North Georgia, which is beautiful for a long weekend. So we definitely wanted to document that, and I thought that kind of, I don't know if you would consider it a staycation because we went somewhere, but we really didn't go out of state. But I thought that could fit right in with this hop to encourage me to go ahead and get some of the honeymoon vacations documented, because I needed a break from doing the wedding pictures anyways. So this is a nice change of pace, and this Reese collection that Lisa gave me is just so fun. I really wanted to do these kind of more adventure layouts with it versus trying to do the wedding for it. This is where I pull in that aqua branding strip, so I'm trying to figure out where I want it. I thought about having it here at the top with this yellow heart die cut to bring some of the yellow and the aqua towards the top of the page, since I do have these layers towards the bottom. But I end up kind of changing gears. I'm also going through other stash this month to try to pull in anything that coordinates with these goodies. So I do have some Heidi Swap stickers that you'll see me reach for. There's a couple purple ones, and I do not use purple that often. So now that I have this purple in this collection, I'm really going to try to use up the purple stuff that are in other collections. So there's this little purple banner from that Heidi Swap book and this purple circular label that I'll try to use up, which that purple circular label you saw on the companion page. But this little purple banner that says trying to soak up every moment, I'm definitely getting on this page. I think that's the perfect sentiment, and the purple is just perfect. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my embellishment. I'm pulling in Chadney's wood veneers of the little horses because we have horses to scrapbook, and I can't help myself. These little wood veneer horses are adorable. So I'm thinking I'll get some of those used up on this page too. I'm going to go ahead and trim a portion of this branding strip, and the scrap that I saved from this ended up on that first page that you saw. I stick it at the top there where I originally thought it would go, but once I start thinking about where I want my title and kind of where I want to embellish, I decide I want to do an embellishment cluster in my title at the top. And you can see here, once I start laying these flat stickers over this blue branding strip, it also runs onto the purple checkered background, and it just looks very distracting to me and illegible. You can read it, but I just think there's too much going on to have these flat stickers going over two separate pattern papers and two separate colors. So I end up pulling off the branding strip. I do keep my title up there, but I shift it to the right a little bit so I can have a mini cluster in front of the title. Had some interest, and then the branding strip I will tuck along the right side of that page, which will flow into my cluster I'm going to have in the bottom right hand corner of the page. So that's kind of what I decide. I will tell you, I love these Felicity Jane flat stickers. They remind me a lot of the Snap flat stickers, but these are so high quality. They're beautiful. I love these flat stickers. They are so nice, and you can see how easy it is to move them from this branding strip onto the paper because they're made out of this really nice sticker stock, so they don't tear or bend or anything, which is really nice. I decided, since I am making a cluster up there, I wanted to make a little mini tag out of a scrap of the aqua so I could bring up some aqua to the top now that the branding strip's not there. So I just made a little mini tag out of that aqua scrap and added a white hole reinforcer. And now I will put my title directly onto this purple checkered background, which I think is a lot easier to read than having it cross over the two separate colors. So I'm just going to shift all these letters down, and I like that a lot better. So it just takes me a minute to do that. I'm just titling this morning ride. So this was the first morning after the wedding. We woke up and had breakfast, and then we had this ride, this trail ride set up that went all around the grounds, which is really, really fun. You can see Marcus is on Bailey and I am on Leroy. I absolutely love Leroy. I wish I could take him home, and Marcus absolutely fell in love with his mare as well. But I mentioned that in the first process video, how happy it was that we both got such good horses, because it's so hit or miss when you do these trail rides, if you get a good horse or not. There was one lady who had never ridden before, who they gave, it was supposed to be this lazy horse that would just follow in line, but this horse realized that this lady had no experience, and the lady refused to direct the horse because she felt like it was mean to pull or nudge the horse in any kind of way. So she just let the horse do whatever it wanted, and this horse went all up into the woods around the tree trying to rub her off. It was ridiculous. So I'm glad that we didn't get that one. I mean, I would have been fine. I have experience and I would have told the horse what to do. I'm glad Marcus got a good horse, because the last time he went horse riding with me, his horse was not that great. So but that was kind of funny to deal with, and bless her, she was so sweet. She just did not want to tell the horse what to do, so she ended up being ponied behind the trail leader for the rest of the trail. But this is just documenting a couple of the pictures. I do have a video clip at the end of this process video as well. Just a little video snippet that I took on the trail ride. I took a lot of little video snippets during this little mini honeymoon, so I'm going to try to include them into the process videos as I scrap the different events. Just so I can document it and have that video footage for you guys too, so you can kind of experience more of what the photo is versus just seeing these photos, which I think will be fun. But you can see I added the horse wood veneer. I added the trying to soak up every moment purple banner. I love how that looks there at the top. I did add another one of the yellow chipboard hearts from the Aspen collection. I've loved pulling those in with the chipboard hearts that came in the Reese collection, because they go together so well. And then I have a white tag from Ronnie. I wanted a white element to kind of freshen up and be the base for this other cluster, so I tucked that to the right there next to the branding strip. I added another wood veneer horse, one of the Heidi Swapp dictionary words in aqua, which is the miraculous, which is an adjective for performed by or involving a supernatural power or agency, which I always feel like riding horses is miraculous, so I think it goes. I do have the little purple scallopy piece I fussy cut from the info sheet of the Felicity Jane collection. I love using those little bits and pieces. And then I have the purple bow from the die cut set that I popped up on some foam, and that's going to go in that cluster as well. So I think that's a cute little cluster. Not too much. You guys know when I do Felicity Jane, I like to keep more minimal, especially in the beginning of the month. And then as the month progresses and I use all the products, if I have leftover goodies, I like going back to these earlier pages and sneaking on a couple more things. But I think for the first two pages, I love these two companion pages telling the trail ride story. And I love using this color combo and getting the purple used. So super happy with how these have turned out. I am going to add some white twine to this white tag. I added some white embroidery floss to the mini tag up top. But I think this is pretty much it. So the close-ups are coming. And then I also have that video clip, just a little snippet of us riding through one of the fields. The grounds here are beautiful. You even walked through the town and across a lake and all of these different things. They kind of had almost every type of scenery that we got to walk around. So here's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.